Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. It's time to get your gear and prepare for the video games released in November 1982. We were last on the Commodore VIC-20. Our next game is on the Commodore VIC-20, and it's Andy's Attack. Andy's Attack? Whose? Is Andy gonna attack us? Let's find out. Here's the box for Andy's Attack. Oh man, I thought they were going to rip off another ship, but the front of this box actually reminds me of a few other boxes we've seen by Llamasoft, because that's where this one's from. This is the cassette Llamasoft. Where's the llama? I don't see it. Oh, there's no llama on the front? Or am I missing it? Is the llama hiding somewhere? I don't see it there. Let's see the other artwork we have for Andy's Attack. This marks our 301st video game we played on the Commodore VIC-20. Oh gosh, no, just an example of the screenshot. That's all we have. We're going to see this game released later called Aggressor. This is the first time we're going to see it called Andy's Attack in the United Kingdom. And then way later, in 1989, this will be released on something called the Atari ST, whatever that is. Let's play some Andy's Attack. This is by Jeff Minter of Llamasoft at the beginning of November 1982. It's all green packaging, all day. When it is released later, we might see it on the show. It's going to be released as Aggressor by Human Entertainment Software, or HES. All right, so how do we do this? Andy's Attack. Jeff Minter, he's back again. This is the 15th game we've seen by Jeff Minter. 15 games already. And there's llamas. There they are. I knew we'd find the llamas. They're down near the bottom. All right, we have skill levels if we want to do them. Let's start with skill level 0. We're going to need it. Let's press fire to begin. Oh, gosh. I remember this sound. I've heard this before. My ears were bleeding at one point, and if you look at this, it's an auto-scrolling game, so it's moving automatically, and we have aliens that are coming down trying to steal our llamas. We have to stop them, but we do have the ability to turn around. Oh, wait, I saw this one grab it. You can switch back and forth. It takes a little bit of time. Oh, he already turned into a mutoid. Let's turn around and get him. There we go, and then there should be another one around here. So it is a Defender variant, but there's no radar. So it plays like Defender, where you're flying around saving llamas, or destroying the aliens, saving the people at the bottom, or llamas in this case. And you do have the ability to turn left and right, but there's much to be desired here. Obviously, the sound, I don't know what Jeff was going for with the sound. I think he just wanted to just push all of the buttons and make all the sound on the VIC-20 happen all at once. It is a cacophonous mess. This is another one of those games that I think, really? Is it really like this on real hardware? And then I go and find it. Oh, wait, can I pick it up? Wait, oh, wait, it's not picking up. How do I save the llamas? If I fly over, it didn't look like it. Look, they're dropping down. Save the llama. Usually you can just fly right by and pick them up. It's not working. But you go wave after wave, and you have a few skill levels you can go for. So this is just the easy skill level. Enemies will shoot faster, move faster. Maybe there's more llamas to save. Oh, I get it now. That's where the Andes comes from. That makes sense. They should call it Llama Fender. And can we go out? I really don't have any more I can show for the game because it's essentially a scrolling shoot 'em up, and it's a Defender variant. At this point on the show, we played 144 scrolling shoot 'em ups, and I mean, like you move from left to right or top to bottom, and there's a lot of shoot 'em ups that are scrolling since 1981. That's when we first got the biggest wave of them. But as far as Defender variants, this is the 35th game we played that plays kind of like Defender. Not an official version of Defender. I'm really missing the radar, though. I don't have a good sense of where the enemies are. And for some reason, if you look down in the bottom right of the screen, it's showing a model of my ship. Here, I'll switch myself over to the other side. It's showing the ship as if that's the health of the ship. I didn't find any other documentation to explain what that is or what it means. But we have played games on the Commodore VIC-20 that allow you to have the radar for Defender. And so, I mean, even on the VIC-20, this is the 5th Defender variant that you could be playing on this home computer, not counting all the other ones out there. And if you have been tuning into the show, this is essentially Defenda. This is Jeff Minter's Defenda, but it's an upgraded Defenda. So if you look at this game and like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Well, it's actually better than Defenda was. Just by a tweak, just a small tweak. So this is Jeff Minter just playing around. Of all the games you can play right now across all systems and all home computers, I give Andy's Attack still around the average range. If you want to play something better as far as Defender on the Commodore VIC-20, I'd recommend Astro Blitz is better than this, but the best is still Lunar Leaper on the Commodore VIC-20 as far as Defender-style games. I'm looking over in the chat, and I see lots of 2s, 2.5s. Yeah, there is not a lot to like in this game. 2.5 stars for most people. I won't go as bad. We said Defenda was around 3 stars. I'll also say 3 for Andy's Attack. It's got a lot to live up to. We're going to see some other games that are going to be an advanced version of this. Maybe we'll give it the same rating when we see Aggressor, maybe not. All right, with that, let's press forward to see our next game. We're still on the Commodore VIC-20. Our next game is Another VIC in the Wall. Our second Pink Floyd reference here on the show, and it starts with the title. Look at that, Another VIC in the Wall. That's how big Pink Floyd is. And the wall. Unexpanded VIC-20, you don't need anything for this. Oh, wait, it's a ball breaking thing, so I bet it's going to be Breakout, right? I believe this is the very first video game that is named after a song. We play video games that feature some musicians, you know, like the game Journey Escape, but for a title of a song as the title of a video game, like a homage to that, yeah, right? Would you give it +1 or -1 for the pun? I can't believe they did that. You flip over the cassette and they give us the instructions to load. You got to know because you're going to be waiting a long time sometimes for these cassettes. What other artwork do we have for Another VIC in the Wall? This one's by Bug Byte Software, the 20th game we've seen that Bug Byte had anything to do with. And this marks the 302nd game we played on the Commodore VIC-20. There's our cassette tape to play on our Commodore VIC-20. I prefer the cartridges, but just because I grew up in more of a generation that had cartridges as the faster medium. I know you can't really fill as much as discs information on, but carts just boot fast. I don't have time. We don't have time. Let's play Another VIC in the Wall. Someone did this by Bug Byte Software at the beginning of November 1982. And we can use keyboard controls if you want to, or joystick. I'm going full-on joystick. And we're in. It's a progressively generating breakout game. So we're playing one of the game modes that we've seen with Super Breakout or Breakout and all the breakouts that are out there. This marks, drum roll please, the 60th breakout variant, and not official breakout. We're talking games that play kind of like breakout, pretty close to breakout. This is the 60th breakout game. This one doesn't offer any skill levels either. I wonder if you're only being sold on it's like Pink Floyd, but it's breakout. The thing that's interesting though is it's joystick controlled. We've played paddle controlled Commodore VIC-20 games. This one's not paddle controlled. It's joystick controlled. So notice how my movement, this is a digital joystick. So I have this much speed. I got to be able to get to the other side and get back. And maybe that's why the ball's starting so slow. And I would suggest it's not even going to go any faster than this because there's no way I can get all the way across the screen to the other side. But the screen continues to go down. The end is inevitable. You must break your way out. I was hoping they'd have some more references to Pink Floyd or lore, but what you see here is what you get. We played so many breakout variants that this is the 8th breakout variant on the Commodore VIC-20 alone. There's still so many others out there. And think of all the other ones we could be playing right now. The best right now that you could be playing on the Commodore VIC-20, I would say, is Pinball Spectacular. It's like a combination of pinball and breakout, and it was done by HAL Laboratory. And there's also some other ones called Skibbereen, which allows 2-player paddle-controlled breakout on the Commodore VIC-20. They have Super Smash. Looks like we're already getting a glitch. And then Clowns, which is based on the Clowns arcade game. So for this one, I'm already thinking around 2 of all the games you could be playing right now. I mean, breakout. There's so much that you could be playing, or types of breakouts you could be playing, and better versions that are out there. I might still give it a half star because of the Pink Floyd reference. I know, right? No one's brave enough to live stream Breakout. Or Breakout with a Pink Floyd flavor. Except here on Chronologically Gaming. That's it. All right, we've had enough VIC in our wall. Of all the games you can be playing across all systems, meh. It's so meh. The reason I had the 5-star rating system start so low is because I knew we were going to come across games that are just broken. They're just so bad. It's beyond bad. They're down in this range. This is not like that. It's not down in the 1-star range, but it's very, very low. I'm looking over in the chat. I actually see some 2 stars. Bad games. Yep. Yeah, it is just another breakout in the wall is essentially what it is. Yeah, progressive breakout, but there's more game modes that we played. I'll still say 2 stars of all the games you could play. So I'll say it was a 1.5-star game, but because of the Pink Floyd reference, I'll give it 2 stars. There you go. To help you fall asleep. Yikes. All right, now let's see what our next release is. We're next going to play on the Apple II. This is the 402nd game we've showcased for the Apple II. And it is French or Québécois from Canada. This is called Arsène, Larcin, and everything in the game is in French. Yes. Or Canadian French. This game is the 17th game that we've seen on the show that originated from Canada and had either the region of Canada or the language of Canadian French. And I'm going to give you only screenshots because this game is one that I'm not able to find any copies for. If you know anybody that can play, I don't even know if we could play the game because je ne parle pas français. I'm not really good at speaking French or reading French. In this famous Canadian text adventure, you're the famous gentleman thief, Arsène Larcin. You booked a room at the Hotel Majestic or Majestique. Your goal is to find the hidden computer, steal it, and run away with a car. Each week, you can use up to 50 commands to either find the computer or steal objects to sell them to receive and pay the bill. You owe $300 per week that you stay at the hotel. There's 7 floors in the hotel with a bar, a restaurant, a pool, and a sauna. So this is a text adventure game, a text-only game. Here on the show, we've played or showcased, this would be the 213th text-only video game of all the games we played up to this point. So since we can't play this one, I have to give Arsène Larcin a fat 0 stars for everything up to this point. Oh, that's right, Mark. Maybe you do know enough French, or just the bad words in French. So there it was, and there it goes. Our next game is Astral Convoy. This is on the Sinclair ZX81. This one I only have a few screenshots for. The images are all black and white, just like from the ZX81. I love it. And we do have just some alternate versions. Let's pop in that cassette, wait for it to load, and play Astral Convoy. This is brought to us by Vortex Software in the beginning of November 1982. We originally saw this one released as Cosmos on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. So this game has already been out on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, and the re-release is on the Sinclair ZX81. They went backwards. I don't understand how that works, but I got proof from all the magazine ads. This one was the re-release, so someone wanted to bring it on this one. Isn't that crazy? This marks the 79th game we've played on this little micro. They're going to go through a nice attract mode. Notice the presentations are pretty good for the ZX81. All right, so to get into this one, I'm going to push any key to start, and then if you look at the screen, this is your controls. It is the entire top row, like all the numbers, is to rotate your ship up. To rotate left is the bottom row, any one of those keys. So you can just push anything to rotate left over there, anything to rotate right on the keyboard, anything on the bottom row will rotate you down, and at the bottom is your fire button. Oh, you got to put her name in? Cool. Let's do Chrono. Convoy alert. Distance 83 light years. Alien attack ships 25. Prepare for combat. We are prepared. This marks the 4th game we played by Vortex Software. I believe all of them have been on the ZX81. Don't expect to hear any sound. On the ZX81, no one can hear you scream, and no one can hear anything. So the controls that you move around, I even have diagonal movement. Wow, look how smooth that is. So this is my convoy I need to protect. We got different enemies that are zeros floating around, and whenever you fire, it's almost like we're playing a a space combat game, an action space combat game where I'm in a cockpit of a ship and I'm supposed to protect the convoy. So as the screen scrolls, it just wraps around. So infinitely, I will have this. It looks like multiple convoys, but it's not. I'm just continuing to wrap around. But this scroll movement can only... Oh, there we go. They knocked out a part of our convoy. I'm not defending it very well. For the ZX81, this is awesome. The only thing that would make this better if it was joystick control. To play it with a the keyboard, if you want to call it the keyboard, on the ZX81, it's more like a calculator, if you want to describe it that way. It would be very chunky, very cumbersome. Man. All right, the convoys are coming in. And notice that the shot I'm firing, you don't really see it. It looks like it is just flashing the screen, and that's it. Yeah, isn't this amazing for the Sinclair ZX81? The free scroll is what sets this one apart. It's awesome. Oh, I can blow my own convoy up. Yikes, I didn't know that. I got to be more careful. All right, so let's see. Nope. As long as you get your shot pretty close, then that'll do it. We call these vehicular combat games or the space combat style games. Space combat games, we've seen 36 space combat games here on the show, and this is the third one we played for the ZX81. Get them. Defend the convoy. They could come from anywhere. Defend the convoy. Yes. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's fun. The controls, though, feel it's a little spongy. Oh, uh-oh. Do we lose... Looks like we lost the feed. That really looked like TV static we had for a second there. Nice effect. That's awesome. We've already played a game called 3D Defender on the ZX81 and Starfighter. So this is the third game that plays kind of like this. You know, if you were in a cockpit of a ship needing to fire, defending the numbers of your convoy, and that's all. The control scheme, while it seemed a little bizarre, it is actually identical to what it was on the ZX Spectrum. So this re-release is the same thing. Keyboard controlled only. Man, what in the world? This thing, I thought it was going to home in on the convoy, but they just seem so random. Yeah, you can also, yeah, it can go all over. See, I can wrap around this way too. Got a nice, okay, we got a new one. Convoy is 19 light years. Alien attack ship. Now we have 15 to defend. Prepare for combat. And you keep going after that. Yeah, I like the smart bomb effect. Yes, that's true, Curtis. The way it's like the arcade game ripoff. Defending something in the center. Is our convoy back? Nice. So if I can defend or blow up 15 of these, then it's... Oh, go. You have to be... Uh-oh, where's my... No. That's what I meant by the clunkiness. Okay, well, we're good. They haven't blown up the convoy yet. Just get anywhere nearby. Convoy has 9 hits, and I got to be careful because I can blow my own up. Can I just fight? What happens if I do it like that? Oh my gosh! That's kind of like when you played Defender in the arcade and just wanted to blow up all the people. You're supposed to be defending the convoy, and you can misfire and just destroy the whole thing. No way. It's all the same shot. There's only one fire button, so there's not a smart bomb. It looks like whenever you destroy the convoy, it makes a larger explosion. Oh gosh, see right there? Oh, I can just hold. You can just hold the fire button down, and and it'll just rapid fire. Gosh, seizure inducing. Beware of the flashing screens. If you are sensitive to that stuff, please close one eye and tune into another show that's not chronologically gaming, playing video games in 1982. Uh-oh, see, we only got 1 hit left. I can barely tell which one's the convoy. Oh, there you go, and we got the game over. There, it keeps a high score table too. Very, very well done with the presentation. We got a little intro, we got a little outro, you got the high score table, arcade reminiscent. That's pretty fun. So the only thing that would be lacking is the joystick controlled for a home computer and the sound. You know, there's no sound. Yes, all right. I'm looking over in the chat. Manly's way up there with a 5-star. If it was only for the Sinclair ZX81, we are rating this across all the home computers you could play up to this point. I'm seeing a 3.5 and 3-star, pretty average for all the games you could play. Yeah, right? I love that chiptune. I'm going to go 3 stars. Pretty average for all the games you can play across all home computers. Well done. The ZX81 keeps on going. Let's see what our next release is. Coming up next is the game Astron IX on the Atari home computer. Astron IX? I'm confused. Wait, what? Astron IX? All we have is a few screenshots for this one. Very, very rare, or at least to find the artwork for. All I got is a few things. I usually can find a manual or something that has been preserved, but we got nothing. This one has, okay, just an alternate version. Let's pop in and play Astron IX. This is done by Kevin Burley, published by Cosmi Corporation at sometime in the beginning of November 1982. And this is the first and only game that I know of that Kevin Burley has ever done. Way to go, Kevin. I'm also confused about the title. We've played a game on the Atari home computer called Astron IV in April 1982, but this game is not related whatsoever. This is very strange. So there is no this is no sequel for anything else. This marks the 383rd game we've played on the Atari home computer. 383 games. All right, I'm going to do as usual on this computer and push the option button. It changed to an exclamation point. I don't know what that means. And then I push the select button. Okay, there's our difficulty level. We got beginner, we got intermediate, we got advanced, and expert. All right, we're going to go beginner and then push start to go. Sweet. I'm represented by a floating ship. Whoa! The control of this ship is gravity-rific. I have so much inertia. And this one actually reminds me of some of the other games we played by Cosmi. This is the 6th game that we've seen on the show by Cosmi Corporation. Okay, so this one, because we don't have any information like a paperwork, I'm going to just fly around and check it out. What happens if I fire? Okay, there you go. So we have a shot, and if you look down in the bottom right, I'll move myself over to the other side. We have different controls, like it looks like oxygen is the ATP slowly going down, and then we have our lives represented by the little man in the bottom right. We have our shot, which I have 49 shots left, and then we have 50 shields left. So that's our stats. And if I slowly make my way up here in the pod, oh, the air's still going down. That's not good. So I can add items to my inventory. Can I add more? Let's put another one up here. Yeah, there we go. So I can grab items and use items, but I don't necessarily know what all the items do. So what is this over here? We just picked it up. So now we have 3 items. So I'll shift myself back over to the other side now that you kind of have an idea what the interface is. So down in the bottom left is where you can see the 3 items. So I'm going to pick up another one. Okay, so we're doing all right. Picking that up. It looks like we got some enemies down here. I have a certain amount of shots, but I have to describe the controls again. This is using, even when you fire a shot, watch this. If I fire a shot, it is thrusting my ship in different directions. So I have to be, like whenever I just fired to the right, it actually moved my ship that way. Whoa, yeah, it's like it's a space vehicle simulation game. This area seems way too busy. Let's move over to the other side. Let's fly over. So playing this on the Atari VCS joystick with the way the ship is controlling, it is really, really cool. Let's keep going down. Oh, I got to make my way through here. Nice and easy like. Oh. I'm going to crash the ship. Just take it easy. Get a feel for the ship. I still have plenty of shields. We're down to 47.6 now. Easy. But we have that timer. Our oxygen is slowly ticking down. And I have items I'm supposed to, I'm picking up, but I don't necessarily know what they do. Can I blast the wall away right here? No? How do we get past this? Okay, keep going to the side. I don't know if there's any way I can blow past this. Or if I'm supposed to go off to the right side of the screen. Let's see, there's something shiny up here. Let's check it out. What is this? Uh-oh, I blew something up, and I don't know if I was supposed to. Yeah, it looked like it didn't reveal the other way to go. And, oh, that's a wall. Oh, wait, it's not a wall. What? No way. It moved on to a whole nother room with even... So it's a space vehicle simulation like I'm actually exploring different caverns. Yeah, animation of the enemies is very well done. And it's 2D scrolling. This is amazing. So this is the kind of game we don't have a lot of information for, so I don't know what all the items do. I don't know how, like, what's my mission? What's the objective? And I'm doing it again. I'm blowing up items. I only got 32 shots left, it looks like. And I bet if I drove over it, then I could get it. Easy. This is so ambitious. Oh man, we're down to 22 shields. Yikes. So this has a lot of promise. I wonder if it's called Astron IX because whoever was working it had 9 variations before he actually released one. Okay, I don't know how to pick that item up. I'll just shoot it. Is that shields? See, I fly over it, but I don't pick it up. And if I shoot it, it does not add it to my shields. So many questions. And look over there. It looks like there's an extra life. So the game is including lots of lives. And I think I shot that one, but it didn't raise my number of shots. Wow, yeah. Wait, I want the life. Go back. Can I shoot it? I'll try to go over it and see if I can pick it up. If you hold down the button, the red button, you would just auto fire. Uh-oh, shields are... No, I'm stuck in the wall. Quick blowout. Oh, there, it worked. I don't know how I did that. You just fire your shot and your ship flies out of the way. All right, we're done. No more bullets left. I have no laser shot. Right? Yeah, this game looks very, very interesting. And here on the show, we collect lots of manuals, lore information that we read, and this is one of those games that I actually want to know. I want to know more about this game. It's very, very ambitious and a lot of fun. Oh yeah, nowhere to go there. So it is making a maze of corridors to get yourself out. Looks like my ATP, whatever that would be. Someone want to give me the acronym for what ATP would be if it's our oxygen? Exploring the planet. I have no way to fire or defend myself. I got about 5 hits and then I'm dead. I'm just going to go right in. I got 5 lives anyway. Darn. Yeah, it didn't work. Whoa. And it ends with... it ends with a... Wait a second. So that's not my lives. So I thought the man was my lives, but now it's saying 7. So that means I wonder if that's people you need to rescue while you're down here. And I wonder if you need to collect certain items to rescue them. For some reason, I thought this game was being randomly generated because of the look, but no. You can see every time I played, even in my playtests, it's the same thing every single time. That's what it is. Artichoke tomato pizza. Of course. All right, this side's too busy. Well, they're randomizing the enemies, but I'll go on this side. It's not so busy. That's better. Man, yeah, this is a really, really cool idea. I wasn't expecting to be able to... In a way, this kind of feels like a slower, more methodical Caverns of Mars. Descending deeper, you have a maze of rooms to explore. Whoa, look at this. Ooh, these guys take 2 shots. That's not good. All right, let's try this one over here. So I shot it. It made an explosion, but I don't think I'm... Let's try running over it and see what happens. Yeah, these enemies are too tough. I need a better... See, I'm right there and nothing's happening. It doesn't pick up while I'm just hovering over the top of it. Uh-oh. Oh man, that auto fire. So yeah, watch this gravity. If I stand still and then just start firing low, look, it just shoots me up, 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 up. And I didn't use the joystick. It's because the shot is propelling me. We're actually using our firepower to propel the ship. That's really cool. Yes, this is the system that's going to bring us the game that inspires Gauntlet. Awesome. Well, as far as the game goes, and as far as playing the game, it's really cool. It's a unique idea. The play control is done really well, but because we don't have a manual and we don't really know what we're doing, it's a little bizarre. Yeah, this marks the 28th game we played. This is a vehicle simulation game. The player, you're controlling a spaceship that moves in all directions, and you can fire in all 8 directions. And it has inertia. It takes time and energy to slow down. The spaceship has to be navigated through a number of tight caverns, and you combat enemy creatures, and you have limited firepower, men, shields. And the more you pick up, the caverns are navigated. Caverns consist of a number of interconnecting scrolling caverns of varying design. And there's docking stations that you can find. You can equip acquired items, and you have to navigate in the cavern and get yourself out before the time runs out. It's very well done. Yeah, I'm looking over in the chat. I see actually 4 stars of all the games you could play right now. Yeah, right? I thought that too. Maybe we can shoot ourselves through, Manly. That's a good idea. And I see the 3.5. Yeah, we need more info. Ambitious. I would actually say 4. If we knew about this game, I would say 4 stars. But I'm going to say 3.5. So if anyone has any manuals or information, we can re-rate this. It's a very ambitious, definitely above average game for all the video games you could play across all home computers right now. Wow. Yes. Yeah, 3.5 to 4, definitely, Curtis. All right, it's time to put the video game playing on pause. Or if you have the Atari 5200, just push the pause key on the joystick. Be sure to tune in next time on Chronologically Gaming, where we're going to have a surprising sequel based on a video game contest. If Iron Chef was a video game in 1982, and we are scrolling, and we're jumping for our life, so we don't get sacrificed to the gods. All this and more next time on Chronologically Gaming. That's it for today, and like I always say, all in all, I'm just another guy playing video games. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.